Welcome to our video on the top 7 everyday foods that can be dangerous, or even fatal for your furry friend. As pet owners, it's important to be aware of what we're feeding our dogs and the potential risks involved. In this video, we'll be discussing the common foods that you may not have realized can be harmful for your dog, and what you can do to keep them safe. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. As pet owners, it's important to be aware of what foods we should avoid giving our furry friends. We'll go over some common foods that you may not have known can be dangerous for dogs. Item 1 on our list is chocolate. Chocolate contains a chemical called theobromine, which can be toxic to dogs. The amount of theobromine that is toxic to dogs varies depending on the type of chocolate and the size of the dog. Dark chocolate and unsweetened baking chocolate contain higher levels of theobromine than milk chocolate, and can therefore be more dangerous. Symptoms of chocolate toxicity in dogs can include vomiting, diarrhea, increased thirst and urination, restlessness, muscle tremors, and even seizures. In severe cases, chocolate toxicity can lead to heart problems and death. It's important to keep chocolate out of reach of dogs and to be cautious of other foods that may contain chocolate, such as chocolate-covered coffee beans or chocolate-covered raisins. If you suspect that your dog has consumed chocolate, it's important to contact a veterinarian as soon as possible. They may induce vomiting and give activated charcoal to absorb any remaining toxins, hospitalize the pet for observation, and provide supportive care. Item 2 on our list is grapes and raisins. Grapes and raisins can be very harmful to dogs and can even cause kidney failure. The exact reason why grapes and raisins are toxic to dogs is not well understood, but it is known that even small amounts can be dangerous. Symptoms of grape or raisin toxicity in dogs can include vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and anorexia. Within a few days, the dog may develop symptoms of kidney failure such as increased thirst, urination, and vomiting. It's important to keep grapes and raisins away from dogs and to be cautious of other foods that may contain grapes or raisins, such as trail mix or baking goods. If you suspect that your dog has consumed grapes or raisins, it's important to contact a veterinarian as soon as possible. They may induce vomiting, give activated charcoal to absorb any remaining toxins, and hospitalize the pet for observation and provide supportive care such as fluid therapy to prevent or treat kidney failure. Item 3 on our list is onions and garlic. These foods contain compounds called N-propyl disulfide that can damage a dog's red blood cells, leading to anemia. This can happen when a dog eats a large amount of onions or garlic in one sitting, or when a dog eats smaller amounts over a longer period of time. Symptoms of onion and garlic toxicity in dogs may not appear for several days after consumption. They can include vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, breathing difficulties, and anemia. It's important to keep onions and garlic away from dogs, and to be cautious of other foods that may contain onions or garlic, such as soups, sauces, and processed foods. If you suspect that your dog has consumed onions or garlic, it's important to contact a veterinarian as soon as possible. They may induce vomiting and give activated charcoal to absorb any remaining toxins, and hospitalize the pet for observation and provide supportive care such as blood transfusion in severe cases. It's important to note that even small amount of onions or garlic powder can be toxic to dogs, so it's best to avoid giving them in any form to your dog. Item 4 on our list is avocados. Avocados contain a compound called pectin, which can cause vomiting and diarrhea in dogs. Pectin is found in the flesh and pit of the avocado, as well as in the leaves and bark of the avocado tree. Symptoms of avocado toxicity in dogs can include vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. In some cases, dogs may develop breathing difficulties due to the presence of pectin in the leaves and bark of the avocado tree. It's important to keep avocados away from dogs and to be cautious of other foods that may contain avocado, such as guacamole or avocado oil. Additionally, make sure to keep dogs away from avocado trees as well to prevent them from eating leaves, bark, or fallen fruit. If you suspect that your dog has consumed avocado, it's important to contact a veterinarian as soon as possible. They may induce vomiting and give activated charcoal to absorb any remaining toxins and monitor the dog for any symptom of pectin toxicity. Item 5 on our list is alcohol. Even small amounts of alcohol can be dangerous for dogs and can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, difficulty breathing, coma, and even death. Alcohol can affect dogs in the same way it affects humans, but because dogs have a smaller body size and less tolerance to alcohol, they are more susceptible to its negative effects. Symptoms of alcohol toxicity in dogs can include vomiting, diarrhea, disorientation, decreased coordination, difficulty breathing, and in severe cases, coma and death. It's important to keep alcohol away from dogs and to be cautious of other sources of alcohol, such as fermented foods or alcoholic beverages that may be left unattended or easily accessible for the dog. If you suspect that your dog has consumed alcohol, it's important to contact a veterinarian as soon as possible. They may induce vomiting, give activated charcoal to absorb any remaining toxins, and provide supportive care such as fluid therapy to prevent or treat alcohol toxicity. Item 6 on our list is fatty foods, such as bacon and butter. These foods are high in fat and can cause pancreatitis in dogs. Pancreatitis is a serious condition in which the pancreas, an organ responsible for producing enzymes that aid in digestion, becomes inflamed. This inflammation can cause the enzymes to start digesting the pancreas itself, leading to damage and pain. Symptoms of pancreatitis in dogs can include vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, loss of appetite, and fever. In severe cases, pancreatitis can lead to other health problems such as diabetes, organ failure, and even death. It's important to keep fatty foods away from dogs, and to be cautious of other foods that may be high in fat, such as gravy or fried foods. Additionally, it is important to check with a veterinarian before giving any table scraps or human food to your dog, to make sure it is appropriate for them. If you suspect that your dog has pancreatitis, it's important to contact a veterinarian as soon as possible. They may induce vomiting and give activated charcoal to absorb any remaining toxins, and hospitalize the pet for observation and provide supportive care such as fluid therapy, pain management, and nutritional support. Item 7 on our list is nuts, specifically almonds, walnuts, and macadamia nuts. These nuts can be toxic to dogs and can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and even seizures. The exact reason why these nuts are toxic to dogs is not well understood, but it is known that even small amounts can be dangerous. Almonds, walnuts, and macadamia nuts contain varying levels of toxins such as cyanogenic glycosides and phytates that can be harmful to dogs. Symptoms of nut toxicity in dogs can include vomiting, diarrhea, muscle tremors, and in severe cases, seizures and hypothermia. It's important to keep these nuts away from dogs and to be cautious of other foods that may contain these nuts, such as trail mix or baking goods. If you suspect that your dog has consumed any of these nuts, it's important to contact a veterinarian as soon as possible. They may induce vomiting, give activated charcoal to absorb any remaining toxins, and hospitalize the pet for observation and provide supportive care such as fluid therapy, pain management, and nutritional support. It's important to note that while some nuts like peanuts are safe for dogs to consume, it's best to give them in moderation as they are high in fat and can lead to obesity and other health problems if fed in large amounts. If you suspect your dog has eaten something toxic, it's important to contact a veterinarian as soon as possible. To avoid any potential harm, it's best to keep these foods away from dogs and to be cautious of other foods that may contain them. As pet owners, it's our responsibility to keep our furry friends safe and healthy. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more informative videos on pet health and well-being.